I was a really messy teenager. Whatever you put or imagine in your head as a messy teenager, I was that. I didn't know what to do with myself because I felt always alone, and I'm the oldest daughter, so you might know how the journey will look like. I had really messy friendships because I always wanted to be popular in school, and people pleasing issues and many attachment issues with like heart attacks and panic attacks. I actually feared everything in the past, and because I don't want to lose everything, I didn't want to make mistakes. Because I always felt ashamed of them, I felt like mistakes are something bad and we shouldn't make it. Because you have to do everything good and it has to be as perfect as much as possible. But I always somehow felt grateful to the person that I was in the past. And looking back, I was such a messy teenager, but somehow I'm so grateful to be that person. And since I'm grateful for that, I thought everybody will be like me. Until some of the girls that I used to overshare with pointed out one of the things that I spoke about her and like the mistakes in the past, and pointed out to me as a joke, and I looked at her like shook. And I realized that if I am proud of my mistakes, some people are definitely not. And it's obviously them projecting, but like I realized people are ashamed of the decision that created that person that they like today. Like some people are ashamed of the decision and like the mistake that they did in the past, but somehow they like the person that they are today. But it looks like you are contradicting yourself, because you have to make many mistakes to become the person that you are going to like now. So it's like you hating on you, but like it both you. So what's the point? Like I said, it's like a contradiction, but it's like you contradicting yourself and you hating on yourself, because that person is just you, but you have now different knowledge, like a developed one. So don't hate the path that led you there. And personally, when it comes to me, if I could erase every mistake I've ever made, I wouldn't. Not because they didn't hurt, but because I honestly don't know who I would be without them. Because mistakes reveal who you are. You don't know truly yourself when everything goes right. You discover who you are when you make a mistake, when you lose, when you face rejection, when you are broken. Because mistakes reveal your character more than success does. For me, I always thought that I am patient. Like I have like this good amount of like all of that, and I am really patient person. I always thought to myself that in the past, and I thought I'm good with that, and I don't need to do any work in that. Until one day, I saw myself screaming because I asked for something and I didn't get it. And yeah, I definitely felt ashamed right after that, because I thought I'm better than that, and I am definitely better than that. But you know, this is normal to fall from time to time. But like, you don't know who you are if you're going to succeed in everything and like being perfect in everything, because making this specific mistake in this specific point in this journey is crucial to you, so you can understand what do you really want to work on. Because success is not going to show you what you're missing or what are your insecurities that you need to work on, or what are even your triggers. So the mistakes reveal the point that you need to work on, and it's totally fine, even if, because healing journey is like a long time like a life journey. It's like you will heal every day forever and learn more about yourself forever. But mistakes are so crucial because it shows us what do we really want to work on, because you're not going to know what are you need to work on if you are going to do everything perfectly. Most of our best decisions were basically just reactions to the bad ones. What do I mean by this? When it comes to me, I'm gonna put me as an example. I was such a people pleaser in the past because I always felt alone in school, and because of that, because of this feeling, I chased many friendships because I wanted to escape from myself. And I am the oldest sister and the oldest daughter in the family, so I only had one sister, and me and my only sister are not close at all. When I tell you we are not close, I mean we sleep in the same room, but we don't even speak. Like we can have like a long day, like a normal full day without us speaking. Like I don't remember being really close with my sister at all. So as a result of that, I chased many friendships because I felt like I wanted to replace these friends, replace my sister with like these friends. So like some friends can be a part of the family. I was really insecure. That's why I really wanted a company. So I end up squeezing myself into people, but these people weren't actually good for me, and I didn't even know how to like put a boundaries with them because I was afraid of losing them. It's crazy because it's like contradicting yourself. I don't even feel comfortable around you, but somehow I don't want to lose you because I want you to validate me, even though I know you're not my person. I'm so grateful to do these mistakes. So I know many people relate to that as well. But these experiences teaches me boundaries because these people were not good for me. No real friends to me at all. And the bad decision that I did is trying to fit in with them. And one of my best decisions were a reaction. I started putting boundaries and learning about what I really want my people to look like. So the good decision, it's basically like one of the best decisions are usually just reactions to a bad decisions. Like me here, the bad decision that I did was basically squeezing myself in, even though I know I didn't feel comfortable around you. But the one of the best decisions that I did is starting to put boundaries, because somehow I felt like if I put boundaries with you, we will become like cool, and like I wouldn't have like these resentment feeling for you anymore. So I'm not going to put anything and hold it within me. So if you noticed, one of your best decisions are always going to be basically a reaction to like the worst decision that you can think of. And this is like when the growth really kick in. So I sat with myself and look at the full story, and I regretted my behaviors. But somehow I still want these people around me, even though somehow they were harming me and I wasn't feeling comfortable. You know this feeling when you don't behave like yourself around specific people? If you are pausing and you are changing your behaviors around specific people, they are not your people. I was such a people pleaser because I felt alone, so I want to be around them so they can validate me, even though somehow they weren't really good friends to me. Like they weren't bad as a character, but they weren't good as a friend to me. So it feels like I was forcing myself to be around them, even though I didn't feel comfortable from the inside. But one it's when you look at specific people and their behaviors and how do you feel around them. So it's like you do this analysis in your head. Then once I learned about myself through them, and I understand what I want. So the regret of me behaving like in like this people pleasing behaviors and like attachment issues, even for people that I don't really like, I just want to feel popular and to feel like I have a company. The regret here wasn't expensive to me at all because it teach me what I wanted, how to actually be myself, and why am I afraid of losing people, and why do I want them in the first place, and why do I even want them in the first place. I want you, but I don't want you, so I don't know what's the issues here. So once I started to look at it, and I regretted all of these people-pleasing behavior and attachment, even for people I don't really like from the inside, but I just clinging myself to them because I wanted a company. Even if it's like anybody, I just wanted a company because I was afraid of being alone. So the regret is expensive only if it teaches you nothing. Like if you learned, it becomes an investment, not a loss. So you basically won. And once I start learning about myself through them, when you see specific behaviors that you don't like, or this feeling in your body that you are not comfortable, I will start questioning these feelings. Why do I feel like this? What is the behaviors that led me like this? So these people helped me actually to learn about myself. Through them, I learned about myself through them. So the regret here wasn't expensive at all. As a result of that, me making the mistakes, but then regretting them, and then I actually learned from the mistakes. Why do I feel uncomfortable around these people? But at the same time, why do I want them? So once I start digging in and actually learning about why do I feel like this, I understand what I want my people to look like and what I want my people behaviors to look like. So it's like created like this standards and like this vision about what do you want your people to actually look like and how do they deal with you. So once you learn about yourself, and you can't stand the lower standards that you used to stand in the past. You can't go back to what do you used to tolerate, because like you've learned, you made the mistake, you regret that mistake, but you learned from it. So you basically made an investment in yourself here. And as a result of that, you learning from the mistake, you have now a standard about a specific thing. And I'm not speaking about a specific friendship or a company. I'm speaking about everything. It can be anything in life, any mistake. So after you like have like this standards about what you tolerate, you can go back. You can go back to the old mechanism that you used to have. You can't go back to the old lower standards that you used to have, because you've gained all of this knowledge about yourself, and you like respect yourself more now, and like it's also obviously contributed to like your self-esteem. So you can't go back to what does not serve you anymore. So you know so much about yourself. And once you start having this vision about what your standards, you can't go back to what you used to stand and be okay with in the past, because you've learned. So, and if you ever face a situation like me, like somebody point out a mistake that you did in the past, and you maybe was a messy teenager like me. When I say a messy teenager, I was messy. Like all the amount of mistakes that you can think of, I would definitely did them. like the really stupid one. And once you healed and you change and you learn from those mistakes, and all of a sudden you meet someone that used something against you as to make it as a joke, embrace it. Embrace your mistakes. Be proud of them. Because the mistakes that you did in the past led you to be the person that you are today. So basically, don't judge your mistakes. Judge what they turned you into. This amazing person who's learning every single day more about themselves. Thanks for watching.